I absolutely love Gen Z population. They are very different from millennials and all the generations before them. They define life very differently. They live by their own rules. They don't let anybody dictate them. And how to live life is a very different concept with all of them. But as much as I love most of their attributes, there are some things that concern me. Most of the Gen Z population, especially in the South Asian region, live paycheck to paycheck, which means they don't save anything. And this is not because they earn less, it is because they spend on things which will later come back and bite them. So, let me share some of the few things that poor people waste their money on. When I wanted to buy the iPhone 13 the same day it was released, most of my friends convinced me to buy the Pro Max model instead, since it did not cost much money anyways. Now, I did, and I got it on installments. 3 months down the line, I realized that not just I had paid 10% extra upfront fees, I was also paying more than 5% in interest, which meant that I had bought something which was way over what I could afford. And this is the mistake repeated by many people across the globe today. While you think that buying something on installments is free, you're actually paying a lot above what you can afford in terms of interest and in terms of front fees. First, you pay a lot of front end fees to the bank to get the transaction activated, and then it keeps draining your cash flow every month just to make up for that purchase that you made. If you're still here, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel because that is the number one way you can support us to grow. Second, while a smoker might contest that smoking is their lifeline and their brain cannot operate without it, it still cannot ignore the fact that it is causing a major drain on your cash flow. Let's see, if a pack of cigarettes on average in Dubai costs you 10 to 15 dirhams, and if you smoke one pack a day, it will still cost you around 450 to let's say 500 dirhams a month just to smoke. Now 500 dirhams a month is equivalent to 1 month of transport expenses in Dubai, or this may be equivalent to minimum wages in a South Asian country. So while smoking is an addiction and it becomes an unavoidable cost, it is still the one of major big leakages on your cash flow every month. Now I know some of the nations are known for their good food and love of their people to eat and dine out. You cannot still ignore that this counts as number one way you waste your disposable income. While this counts as a mode of recreation in a lot of developing countries which do not present you with so many recreational activities, but this cannot be ignored that you end up spending all of your disposable income on food. Bill Gates once said that we should all grow our own food and do our own waste processing. This habit alone will save us a lot of money, and let alone most people will start eating healthy. The big giants spend millions of dollars just to market their new products, which makes you feel left out if you do not buy their latest tech. Take Apple for example. You don't need to buy a new Apple iPhone every single year, but since there is a temptation to show off, or maybe you left out if you do not buy their latest tech, you end up buying that new Pro Max model every single year, which actually you cannot afford. And the same applies to all the tech, including TVs and watches out there. A poor person will always feel the need to buy all these latest gadgets just because they need to show off. But a rich person doesn't actually need to show off. They know their worth and don't let the devices define them. Addicted to that horse logo on your shirt? Yeah, me too. These Ralph Lauren shirts have costed me a lot of money over the past few years, where I could have also gone for a slightly cheaper brand. This is the next money hole most poor people throw their money in. Buying luxury goods from brands like Gucci, Armani, Ralph Lauren, and Loro Piana, which is actually way more than their disposable income. Let's do some math. An average Ralph Lauren t-shirt will cost you around 350 dirhams in UAE, which is equivalent to around 10 t-shirts if you look at the right places without actually compromising on the quality much. A little research and effort will keep those green bills in your pocket. Okay, Apple TV, Netflix, Amazon Prime, OSN, you have them all, right? But how many of them do you actually watch on a monthly basis? One, maybe two? This subscription culture is taking a toll on your already tight cash flow and making you poorer than ever. An average person spends around 200 dirhams on these subscriptions on a monthly basis, and they don't really use them. While it might seem that you are cool to have all these subscriptions, but it is actually a waste on your productivity as well. You can use the same time to be productive, to learn some new skill, which will actually be beneficial in your career and in your life, no? Then comes the online buying culture. Amazon, Daraz, AliExpress. All these online platforms available on your mobile phone are the modern day equivalents of addictions. They give you their catchy taglines and apparent discounts, and you start impulse buying. Black Friday was the start, but now apparently you find discounts every single day. Although you don't need the thing, but you end up spending a lot of hard earned money on it. Warren Buffett famously said, if you buy something today that you do not need, you will soon have to sell things that you actually need. Which brings us down to the last point, purchasing anything on our credit cards. Now, little do we realize that whenever we make a purchase on our credit card, it's not our money, it is actually banks' money. And banks like to make money out of poor people just like us. And one of the very bad habits that us poor people have is being lazy. We're very lazy in making the payments of these credit cards, which makes us incur all those late payment charges, which is again another very big leakage on our hard-earned money. Now just imagine, if we can prevent all these leakages, how much more that we can save and how much more we can invest and grow ourselves. Thank you so much for watching the video today. Stay tuned and like the video. Please subscribe to our channel so it can help us grow and bring you more content in future. Till next video, have a nice day everyone.